Hey guys,
Ladies and
and
gentlemen.
welcome to the Collegiate Champions with Azubu. This is C-Star League. Jared, what's up?
Hey man, we're at the bottom right position. We have the Zerg player from Ohio State University. We have Marong.
Yep, and here in the top left we have the Protoss player, Red Eggle, but I'm pretty sure that's Red Eagle. It sounds a lot cooler, so that's what I'm going to call him. And he's representing Drexel.
I already noticed that he's actually already sending a probe out on 6, so... Actually on 7, sorry. So that means, looks like we have some cheese.
This is a pepperoni pizza full of cheese right now. Yeah, this is pretty cheesy right now. He's got double probes coming across the map. He's already on the way. We'll see what happens.
So being on this map, like you can't really do a cannon rush very effectively. So this is pretty much guaranteed going to be a proxy gate, in my opinion. So and it's interesting because Marong already sees the probe, and I mean, to a Zerg player, that's like, oh my god, that's a really early probe. Will he suspect cheese? Like if he goes hatch first, this is pretty much gonna kill him right off. But I don't think he'll try and go hatch first anyway, just purely because of one Tal'Darim. Like I mean, actually, wow, I just realized there's actually no third rocks in this map, so this is the Blizzard version. He does go 14 pull, so he pretty much, hopefully, will be safe from this.
Yeah, and it looks like he's already setting up this pylon here at the third. It's a kind of vulnerable position. If an Overlord moves over there, it can see it very, very easily. But you know, Gateway's already on the way. It looks like Maroon definitely knows what's going on, and he's just going to prepare for this kind of cheese. If he defends it, Red Eagle could be in pretty big trouble.
Well, yeah, I don't know why he really put it there. I would put it probably up more near the fourth a bit more, just because like an Overlord will go over there like pretty soon anyway, just because the third's going to be there, and like most Protosses forge fast expand on this map. It's it's very common for Nexus first and very macro orientated builds. So I don't know if he scouts it, I'm not really sure how much damage he can really do. And the spawning pool does pop now, so he will be getting some lings and also obviously some. Up there, here comes the Queen's pop, and here comes 4 lings as well. So he's not being greedy.
So I'm pretty happy, because usually when I see Tal'Darim PvZ, I'm expecting 20-minute no rush, carriers versus Corruptor Broodlord. This is pretty much the opposite. I feel like I'm back in Steps of War. Oh my gosh, these Zerglings are going in the wrong direction. They're going back across the map. This could be bad. If he gets a lot of Zealots in position, he could take out some drones before these Zerglings get back. They're scouting in all the wrong positions right now.
This is actually really unfortunate for Marong. Hyo, I'm not really sure if they're going to be taking out this, but he does get a forge. I really like this forge. So in case some Zerglings go to his base, he's not dead. But again, he went double 10 gate, and he's actually got out quite a number of probes, and one of his gates isn't actually warping in at the moment.
Yeah,
he really needs to sell.
They're both not doing anything. He's building a photon cannon back at home, already feeling dangerous from seeing that early spawning pool. So definitely a delayed rush. We'll see if he can do any damage. These Zerglings are still way across the map. There's a Spine Crawler now in production. Where is it? In the front of the base here in the main.
Marong's Overlord, it's so close! It's gonna sit, and he does see both the gates! This is not what you want to happen. I really reckon that if he maybe refine this build just a little bit more, I'm not sure if he does this very much, because it seems a little bit unrefined. I think he's... yeah, and he does see it. Look at already 3 spine crawlers coming up. This is not going to do anything to this if these spine crawlers get up. This Queen is waddling back home. It's like, oh no! And now he's going to hit in the face.
It's getting taken out, actually, pretty darn good. These Zerglings are not going to be able to do too much. 2 more Zealots in production. 10 more Zerglings on the way. I think that Maroon has definitely handled this well. These Zealots are not going to have much to fall back on. I think, oh no, building a photon cannon and 2 more Zealots. This is a pretty bad decision here. If he loses all of these resources, his main base is basically a photon cannon, forge, and a bunch of probes right now. He does not have much to fall back on, and Maroon G is setting himself up to, yep, he can definitely expand after this, be on a very quick 3 base, and pretty much be in a dominant position moving forward. These Spine Crawlers, I don't know. This is no bueno.
Well, in this position, like, I don't know, if I was in this position, I'm not really sure if you can really come back from this. Like, if you go to the income tab, 15 to 11, when, like, he's already got 2 hatcheries, he didn't do enough damage, this is gonna set him so far behind. And look, he's already got 4 spine crawls. Like, you just can't break this. Like, no amount of early pressure, like, not even a 4-gate, I think you can really break, like, 4 spines. So, his creep spread's going to be amazing. Like, he even repositioned the spines right in front of his base, and his creep spread's going to be sick. And he's got no gateways anymore. This is, like, really, really solid.
Yeah, I mean, Maroon is ahead 7 workers. He's already getting double gas right now. Or, I mean, Red Eagle is now going for double gas with absolutely no army to defend. He doesn't have an expansion. It looks like, yeah, Maroon is definitely going to be able to just do whatever he wants right now. We'll see.
Really early double gas, too.
Yeah. We'll see if Red Eagle can crawl his way back into this. There's definitely ways that a Protoss can turn the tables in a good timing attack, or just kind of defending as long as he can, but if Maroon plays well, if he gets the Infestor Broodlord composition, I don't know if Red Eagle will be able to counter it.
Well, I mean, I think at this point, like, he's a bit too even far behind for that. Like, I think like him going Roaches at this time is a really, really solid choice, because if you fail an all-in, sometimes people just do a full all-in because like, you know, I can't really win because I'm behind too economically right now, so like, I'm just going to try and all-in again. And right now, he's actually supplied, like, 18 out of 18. This is not really what you want to happen. And these Zerglings are actually harassing the Protoss' main base for Red Eagle. So, yeah, he can't get a break right now, man. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, and he's forcing more defensive buildings. He's forcing a second photon cannon, which is minerals that Red Eagle does not want to spend on photon cannons right now. He wants to get some sort of presence on the map. You can see this Overlord is even just sitting right here above the Nexus, having a good time. Zerglings poking away right now at this gateway, having to pull all those probes, which is even more lost mining time right now. And these roaches are going to be pretty killer. Looks like some banelings are going to be on the way as well. Baneling nest finishing, roach speed on the way, baneling speed on the way. Pretty scary stuff if you're a Protoss player in this position. He's down 30 supply. But more accurately, he has 40% of the supply that Maroon has.
And yeah, he's the tech of choice. With the Stargate coming down, I guess this is more of a surprise thing. Like, I hope he doesn't know that he's going Stargate. Like, I don't know, I think maybe he's going to go Void Rays. There's maybe mass voids, maybe. I mean, Phoenix in this position, like, I mean, in my opinion, you can't really do Stargate when you're behind. It's on wall. The probe's going to the right side. Maybe he's going to have a hidden expo. Oh my god, the top right position. Yeah, that's actually, I like that position because sometimes your opponent's like too cocky. Like, again, the Zerg just took his 3rd base, so he's actually being pretty safe. It's pretty delayed, but at the moment it doesn't really matter. He's getting roach speed. I think with just a bunch of roaches, just go kill him, to be honest, because like, if you look here at the Nexus, it's actually out of, like, the photon cannon's out of range. So he gets to get roaches, he can't really do anything.
Yeah, but if he does get enough Void Rays, he can counter a push, hopefully taking minimal damage, and then he has 2 bases to rely on to the 3 of the Zerg player, and the Zerg is going to have to transition to take down that Void Ray mass. It'll depend on when this push happens. If he delays, it looks like he's slowly getting army, 14 Zerglings on the way, 9 roaches. I don't know if it's going to be enough Void Rays. There's only 1 on the way right now. Not chrono boosting it out. His Nexus, unfortunately, has full energy right now. Could be getting a little bit more Void Rays, but it's going to be close. It's going to be pretty close. It's a nail biter.
Man. At the moment, it's basic supply to 82, so I'm not really feeling too confident for Red Eagle at the moment. But that expansion at the top right is actually pretty much finishing right now, and he hasn't actually scouted it, so I don't know if this is really going to turn one of these troll games. I know I had one the other day. It was actually pretty funny. It had, I think, a Terran just neural parasited. A Zerg neural parasited a Terran and made a command center.
I love that.
Pretty funny.
I love offensive mules as a Zerg player.
And we do have an infestation pit coming down as well. So he's going that infested route, obviously. It's pretty much the most staple play these days. In Cub Tab, we have 64 drones to 22. Oh my god, Maroon could just go like mass hat-trees and he probably would still win this game.
Yeah, and with the Infestors, the Void Rays become much less scary because you can just fungal them and get infested Terrans out. They can't kill the eggs in time. Any damage is just devastating. I think this is going to be a very slow kill right now. We've got Red Eagle scrambling. He's getting that mining up at the 2nd base of his. Yeah.
I don't know, but he's just kind of making units, so like he's actually making a water, so he's going Baneling, so I think he might just go and troll Banelings maybe. And 6 infestors coming out also. You're going to have those fungal growths and those infested Terrans. It's going to be incredibly difficult for Red Eagle to kind of defend against this. So Drexel at the moment, not looking in a terrible position. I'm not looking in the best position, I should say. I'm not really sure they can really kind of come back from this. But you know what? If anyone can do it, I bet Red Eagle can.
Yeah. And really, in my dreams, a StarCraft game should have 200 Banelings just rolling into a base and exploding. That's my dream game. And Maroon G, I think he's got enough Overlords now on the map to almost max out. He might just be going for a giant kill in that kind of form. We'll see if he does it. He's getting Burrow now for some reason. He's got 16 Roaches on the way. He has 110 more supply than Red Eagle. He's playing very solidly. He's not going to fall behind in this game. I don't even think...
Something else I've noticed, he's even got a Spore and 2 Spines in his base, so any DT play won't do anything. It's really, really smart. So he's like, I'm so ahead, I can kind of do anything. So, it's a really, really smart play. Like, a lot of people just kind of go for the kill, and maybe, 9 times out of 10 you would win, but, then you have that person that has, top 3 control.
Yeah.
And then, oh my god, he actually... Oh, wow. Red Eagle just kind of... Maroon G actually saw Red Eagle's probe coming from the top right. Is he going to... Will he just kind of notice that there was a probe coming from that? Because that's a very odd position for a probe to come from. He might start scouting around for some hidden expos, maybe.
He might, and his creep spread has been really good all game long. It's already getting up into this proxy position here at the top right. It's reaching slowly across the map. It looks like he's now starting to scout out all the side bases, sending Ling. It's definitely going to get up here into the third base, into the proxy base, sorry, of Red Eagle, and this one Zergling's going to have a very nice day right now.
46 Banelings on the way. Oh my god. This is actually amazing. So, yeah, it looks like your wish for Banelings, man, has just been granted.
Yeah, I feel like Maroon G is Robin Williams, and I am Aladdin. This is great. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. I love Banelings, and there's a whole ton of them rolling into Red Eagle's base. He does have Void Rays. He does have 1 Stalker and 2 Photon Cannons. The Void Rays, unfortunately, are leaving to do some side harass while the Lings are taking out Red Eagle's base here in the proxy position. And Maroon G, even building more Banelings, he's definitely preparing. Oh my god, 23 Banelings in production. This is exactly the kind of game that I like to see in my dreams.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I just do this to the AI to have fun.
I don't know, I think that, after you just lost that proxy gate, and he just can't really do anything. And here comes the Banelings on the Nexus. Bam, good day, sir. And unfortunately, I think this is pretty much over at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, here come the Void Rays at the bottom. There's only 4. I'm not really sure if they can do too much because Infestors are on the field. But I guess...
Red Eagle did get this third here. It's not going to be able to do too much, but it'll keep him alive long enough to reveal his hand. Here comes the Void Rays in. They're starting to kill the Queen. They will get a unit kill. This has been effective, however late it needed to be.
So he's focusing down the lair as well.
Yeah.
So they are charged up now, doing all the damage, but again, there's actually a lot of Queens here. They've actually got a ton of energy. I think if he kind of focuses the Queens, he might be able to kill them, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. And here comes all the Spores.
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of those positions, if you're against a bad player, they might be able to throw away the game. The Queens, though, now are working in good conjunction. Nice transfuses. The charge has fallen off the Void Rays. 1 has already fallen down. The 2nd is on the run. Yeah, this is not how you want the game to end. The last...
There's the Fungal.
Last Nexus is scouted.
And Red Eagle leaves.
That's game. It's game 1. So... we have a victory for Ohio State. We'll be back soon with Game 2.
See you in a sec.
Hello and welcome to CSL TV. This is the Azubu Collegiate Champions, and today we are featuring Drexel versus Ohio State. Later we're going to do Boston versus Princeton University. This is game 2 of Drexel versus Ohio. Last game we saw Maroon G do a very good, solid Zerg play and take the win for Ohio. This game we have Isaac here as the Zerg for Ohio State in the top right, and in the bottom left we have Deviant for Drexel as the blue Protoss. It's another ZVP. What do you think, Jared?
Well, ZVP on this map, all I'm going to say is this one thing. Sentry Immortal in, it's so common. I'll be honest, every time we get Clack and we get to Zerg, I'm just like, meh, I'm doing this build. I wouldn't say it's a guaranteed win, but it's really difficult because, I mean, look at the third. Look at that little, the run-up. It's very, your forces can just cut stuff in half, and you can't really do very much about it. It's a very anti-micro map. So I think Protoss is a pretty big advantage if you pull that build off successfully.
Yeah, and I feel like typically on this map you'll see that same 15-minute really passive playstyle in a ZVP, but I did talk to the Ohio State coordinator. He said Isaac likes to keep people on their toes. He likes to mix up his playstyle, so we might see cheese on this map. I don't know. We'll see what he chooses to do as this game develops. Right now, he's up to 15 harvesters. We'll see what he does from here.
Yeah, so he does drop that 15 pull. It's very standard. So pretty much he's just going to be going hatch pretty much right after this. He's going to get 300 minerals, and then he's going to drop that hatch. He does that, but actually, wow, he's actually doing a palm block already. I don't know, the way I feel about palm blocks these days is I think that you shouldn't do it in just for dropping your Nexus. You want to have your Nexus down first. It's more prevalent, I guess, in this matchup. You would rather drop your Nexus because that 100 minutes you delay yourself, and you don't want to. You just want to see. There we go. So that was down on that
pylon. Canceled the pylon. He got his Nexus up. We'll see if he chooses to go back. It looks like he's not going to be there nearly in time. Hatchery's already down, but he is moving around at the third. He's losing a lot of health here on this probe, but he will come back to scout, see the hatcheries down, and feel pretty safe right now as he's starting his forge wall. And there we see the forge getting dropped.
He's losing so much health in this probe. I'm really worried for him. Who doesn't die? So he does kind of see if there's any gas. So as you see his vision, yep, there's no gas. Awesome. Now he can just kind of ET, go home, and he'll be fine. And he can. Oh wow, he can't lose this probe, especially on the map.
And he loses it. Yeah. And that is going to be pretty important. He definitely wanted to keep that probe alive. And now there's going to be Lings having free run of the map. They're going to be able to scout out everything. A third going down. Isaac killing the probe now feels totally safe because there's absolutely no vision Defiant has beyond his Wallen.
Yeah. So the thing that Defiant's right, he's pretty much completely blind. He's like, I haven't seen the third go down. What he's going to be doing, he's going to be sending a probe out there. I'm not sure if he's going to be, he might have to go around the map, do the really awkward way around to go see if the third's there, because he could just cancel his hatcheries and gone straight to gas, maybe do a Roachling on, maybe a Baneling on. It's just little things like this you need to worry about.
Yeah, and we'll see. It looks like he's just playing pretty passively right now, just focusing on his macro. A little bit sloppy, not probes all on the Nexus in production, but that's okay. He's getting his upgrades right now. Cyber Core on the way, Chrono boosting out, +1 weapons. And meanwhile, Isaac, he's droning hard, man. He's already up to 25. He's got 2 more in production. The Queen injects are going to be finishing soon, and he'll have a bunch of drones on the way as the first Zealot comes out for Defiant.
Very interesting. I don't actually know why he's chrono boosting +1. I mean, usually you want to put all the chrono boosts either into Warp Gate, and there we go. Defiant actually did just scout the third base, by the way. And you don't really want to put all your you don't want to. For some reason, you chrono boosting +1 it's really weird because you don't want to you won't have enough units out to really utilize it. You want to make sure Warp Gate's out first because you have the more units, that doesn't really prioritize the damage, if you will.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it could be going for more upgrades down the line. Maybe he's going to get armor as well. Maybe he's going to get a Twilight Council and get +2. But he should throw down that Twilight Council pretty soon if he's choosing to do that. He does have enough gas for it. I'm not seeing it come down. There is an Overlord here in the back. Isaac scouting, seeing another Gateway here in the back. Actually, 2 more. That's not going to be too much to tell right now. Roach is getting thrown down by Isaac. Pretty safe decision on this map. I don't want to skip those too quickly. double Evo, or Evo Chamber on the way as well. Pretty passive game right now, not gonna lie. Sentry having a fun day here on Mr. Overlord.
Yeah, that'd be a sucky day to die. Like, just gonna be tickled to death.
Just imagine,
really ideal.
Just imagine getting up to heaven, approaching the pearly gates. How did you die? A sentry killed me. Ugh, worst feeling in the world, man.
And the robo gets chucked down. It's a little bit late. Then the two gases are being chucked down as well. So robo is just a little tad late. It's not going to affect it too much because you really want to push out at about 850 with about 2 to 3 immortals.
Yeah.
But he didn't actually do the parting style, so probably about 2 immortals with this push. But yeah, I think he didn't want to show his hand, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely leading into some sort of Sentry Immortal play right now. Very popular right now.
Oh, and actually his Blink as well. Interesting. I really like this. So it looks like he might be doing a +2 Immortal Central with Blink Stalkers. This is something that Leia likes to do, or aka Puck, from Root Gaming. She recently rejoined. Shout out to Leia. But oh no, he's actually going straight to Observer. So this actually might not be a Sentry Immortal, but he's dropping so many gates.
It might be a Stalker Sentry all-in?
Oh no, it's only 6 gates. Never mind. I thought it was. I thought I saw a 7th one. So I guess this might not be an all-in at all. You could just go straight and take a 3rd. But yeah, this is good. I like long games, especially when you open with Blink Stalkers against Zerg.
Yeah, this game is definitely shaping up to be pretty good. Both players are playing very, very solid right now. Isaac has a little bit of a lead. That 3rd has been down for so long, and he's really, really comfortable right now with his drone count there. He's way ahead in supply. And it looks like he's going to do a little roach push right now. He's going to be able to pick away at this forge a little bit. If he takes it out, it could be pretty devastating because +2 is already on the way. And yeah, that's going to be close. He's going to have to... This is going to be back and forth. Oh, lots of Lings. You definitely want to prevent against any sort of Ling run-by in a situation like this. It could be the GG. The forge indeed does fall right there. And I think Isaac's now going to run away with his victory in his hand. Lost a handful of roaches, but delaying that +2 just changes the entire timing. It changes the way that the Immortals now, Immortal Blink Stalker attack is going to work.
So, I guess that at this point, I'm not really sure what he's going to be thinking. He's going, do I have to take a 3rd now? Like, is my whole time and tank kind of screwed? Like, it's little stuff like this that is... It's really prevalent in this matchup, especially because Protoss in this matchup is very timing dependent. You want to make sure you always hit when your upgrades are done, like, when your core size out, and then we have a Warp Prism. So this does seem like it's Leia style. So it might be going an Immortal drop, perhaps. Like, it's really, really, really strong. I really like it. So here comes, he does push out across the map. He's going down the kind of really... Oh, actually... Oh, no, he will be. I thought he was, like, pulling back and going, like, around. I was like, that's heaps sneaky. But no, he's actually going to be going up near the 3rd. And yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff up here, though.
Yeah, and there is not any infestors on the field yet, no infestation pits, so he's going to have to rely on his roaches and lings to hold. He has a ton of roaches, though, and if he can just continually stream units out of his hatcheries, he can hold it pretty well. It all is going to depend on how active Defiant is in this push, on how well he can engage on these ramps. He's going to have to push up. Looks like he's heading now towards the natural. Nope, he's, well, maybe so. Going to catch a couple of lings right now, and... I don't know. He's waiting too long. The infestation pit is already on the way. I'm
just really worried about his supply at the moment. It's only 100 men. Like, by 12 minutes, you should definitely have about 140 supply at least. I think he's been definitely missing warp-ins. Again, look at his money, 500 to 200. And also his supply block right now, too. This is like the worst thing in the world when you're like, all right, my Sentry Mortals hit. Supply block, and then you're just like, oh my god, he's gonna get a Forcer right here, could get it!
Oh, a giant flank right now. This is really bad. Roaches everywhere, Lings, there's no Zealots on the field at all to tank these Lings. These units are taking a ton of damage right now. The Stalkers are all falling. The Immortals are gone. There's only Stalkers left. This Warp Prism now is the supply room to build something, but I think it's not going to be too great right now. He's going to be forced to run back and hopefully defend against a Roach Infestor Ling push right now. +2 missile attacks on the way, pathogen glands as well. Throwing down a Spire as well. Isaac is, he's getting ready, man. He is feeling confident right now. He's kept the Protoss down on 2 bases. He does have the Warp Prism to contend with, but, I mean, this Roach push is pretty scary.
He's max, man. Like, I don't really think there's very much he can do, even with Blink and GG.
That was a good game. That was good.
Yeah.
Defiant definitely had a chance there. Unfortunately, just delaying a bit too long. So many units coming out for Isaac, definitely flexing his macro skill. I'll be excited. It looks like Ohio State there with game 2. Any last thoughts? Any last thoughts?
All I'm really going to say is that I think with that +2 being kind of destroyed, I think that kind of screwed up the timing completely. But
Yeah.
I think maybe if he got about 3 or 4 immortals with that and even more blink, I think he could have done a lot better, and also not getting supply lock. But you know what? It's something we will have to learn, just get our builds more and more efficient. I guess that kind of threw him off just a little bit. But you know what? I really hope they come back, and I hope it gets to like... So they're up 2-0, I believe, or higher at the moment.
And we're going into the 2v2 next, so anything could happen. 2v2 is pretty anything could happen. We'll be back after the commercial break.
Dirty bass. Killer bass.
Hello and welcome to the Azubu Collegiate Champions. I'm AlphaFerg. I'm here with my casting buddy, the Laughing Man. And oh, sorry. This is gonna be Game 3 of Drexel versus Ohio State. Here in the north, we have SCS Lyra and his buddy Scylla representing Ohio State. In the south, we have Persona and Glitch representing Drexel University. It's gonna be a 2v2, a TZ versus a ZP. How you doing, Jared?
Good, man. Well, there's some crazy names. I have to probably be screwing that up many times during the cast. But again, sorry guys for taking so long. That's definitely my fault. My internet's actually capped today, so if you guys don't know what capped is, it means I've used my my bandwidth for the month, so then they just kill my my downloads and uploads, which just kind of sucks. So
wow,
yeah.
Even so bad to stop StarCraft, man. Killing esports right now in Australia.
It is. It's what happens when your government sells off all the internet providers to companies. So yeah, enough about that. Yeah.
So really quick, while these 2v2 teams get set up, if you saw the splash we just had, if you're going to IPL 5, we are having a CSL Pizza Party meetup. You can find out more about it on our new front page at cstarleague.com. Some pretty cool stuff. You can meet all the people in person. I believe Shindigs and Mona and some other people are all going to be there. Duran as well. I'm really excited. Unfortunately, I can't go because flying to Las Vegas is actually quite expensive, and instead I got a smartphone on Black Friday, so that's what I did instead of going to IPL. Killing esports, but you know what? It's okay, because I'm here right now bringing it back to life in the past of the future. I'm excited, because I love 2v2s, man. How you doing?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I'm not really a 2v2 man, but I'm just going to try and chuck some analysis in there anyway. We have Lyra getting a really, really early refinery. Only 2 in there at the moment, so maybe you might see a Reaper. Do you see Reaper in 2v2s?
You know what? 2v2s are a completely different animal. It's like if you went to the zoo and they just had a bunch of snakes instead of any other animal. This is what seeing a 2v2 is. You go and you expect something, and it's probably not going to be what you expect. Lyra's definitely going to be going Reaper from the looks of it once he has this gas out, once he has a second Marine. But it'll probably all blow up in his face. He'll end up going Ghost, while Scylla goes Infester, and they'll just nuke the world while keeping everything locked down with fungals. It's going to be great. I love 2v2s. Meanwhile, Glitch is expanding. You can definitely expand on these maps. During the 2v2 map contest we had before the season started, we tested all these games and all these maps, and they're pretty solid, man. It's pretty hard to cheese on them. Even if you do cheese, it's hard to do damage just because the maps are so big, just because it's so easy to defend.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this map geography. Is there any gold bases? I don't think so, actually. Oh no, they're in the middle, actually.
Gold is in the middle. Yes, there are. And it looks like I'm totally wrong. Lyra is going for Hellions. He's getting a factory and a reactor right next to it. Meanwhile, Scylla's expanding. Looks like we have a 3-gate right now for Persona and Drexel University. We have 4 Zerglings chasing poor Lyra's SCV. They're just going to have to run away, though.
Persona's 4-gating.
Persona's 4-gating.
That's a build I know. That's a build I know.
That's a build you know. Yes, it is a 4-gate. This is actually a pretty good timing here coming out of Persona. And let's see what Glitch is doing. He's getting, he's going all in. He's getting Speedlings right now. No, he's not. He's going Roaches. He's going with Roaches, so it's going to be a Roach 4-gate, which can be pretty darn strong.
Yeah, like, I mean, I remember once when I used to actually play this, I always, when I used to play 2v2s, I always actually did Roaches and Mass Speedlings. It was pretty solid. So we have Glitch's links coming on in, and up here comes the 4-gate. It's been activated.
It's been turned on. Yeah.
Here comes the pain train.
And its name is Ohio State. Its name is Drexel. But it looks like these scouting lings for Scylla is going to see there's quite a lot of units on the field. In the meantime, Lyra is actually going with a Hellion Marauder opening, which I really like. That combination can do a lot of damage, especially if it gets tanking in the form of lings. We'll see if it works out, though, because with a 4-gate, that can do a lot of damage as well. The Roaches are now coming out for Glitch, and Persona are starting to crawl across the map. This 4-gate is getting close. There's a proxy pylon right now in the middle of the map, and it looks like they're heading directly for Scylla's base. He does have 2 spine crawlers. He has a lot of units on the way, but Lyra is going to have siege tanks.
Oh, and he's going to get surrounded.
Oh no, this is huge.
Oh my god, all the 4-gate. Most of the units actually will just get surrounded. Unfortunately, all the Stalkers do just get cleaned up. Yeah,
and here come the Roaches, unfortunately, way too late. That's a big loss right now for Drexel. Ohio State is pretty solidly in defense. Now these siege tanks are getting totally set up. They'll be able to defend their half of the map pretty easily. More lings coming in. They're going to surround the Roaches. He's going to pull back smartly. Don't want to lose all those lings just yet. But this siege tank is going to be able to do excellent defense right here from the high ground. Hellions poking
even
away.
That siege mode. Watch all these, like all the splash damage. Oh, I actually didn't get any splash at all, but yeah. So if he gets vision of that, I think that would be, he can just kind of pick that up for the Roaches, but he can't actually really get a good angle right here.
And the lings are just doing so well in keeping good positioning on these units, surrounding any freebies and picking them off. There's still a lot of Roaches here coming into Lyra's base, but there's 2 siege tanks, there's a lot of bio. They're going to be able to clean it up pretty darn fast, pulling SCVs in preparation. It's pretty even economically, but you know what? This is a lot of units lost for the Drexel team, and they're just running around in between siege fire. It's like a game of pinball. They're trying to attack one base. Nope, not there. They're going for another, and they get bounced out of there as well. These slings are actually having quite a good day. Scylla running around with them. It's going to come down to who can really establish a solid push, and they're going to need good economies, and Lyra, knowing that, is already setting up his expansion, his natural. He's going to beat poor Persona just by a little bit.
Oh wow, Glitch is going straight for the Nidus. I really like that idea.
Ooh, Nidus.
So it looks like it's probably going to try and go into Lyra's base at the top right. The blue Terran should be very, should be interesting. I think it's going to be, like, actually, what's his unit composition at the moment? What will he be sending through? So at the moment he's just got 9 Roaches. It's going to be a massive Roach Nidus, but Celia actually scouts the Nidus, so unfortunately that idea really isn't going to work at all.
Yeah, and it always begs the question, you see 2v2s like this, and I realize I never investigated things, but can you Nidus your allies' units?
I don't
Wouldn't that
know.
be awesome if you just Nidus ghosts into your opponent's base? It'd be like burrowed painlings, man. And here we have Lyra kind of pushing in to Persona's base. The Nidus is loaded up with 5 Roaches. Unfortunately, not exactly the numbers you want with a hit. But he is slowly moving his Overlord into position here at Lyra's main.
And this is that awkward moment
catching.
when all your stuff is killed by roaches.
Yeah, catching all those things. That's actually a very nice move for the Drexel players, picking off these last Marines. Marines without shields, without stim against roaches is actually a pretty unfun matchup. It's like watching like an 8-year-old football team against pros. They're just beating up everyone.
And we have a Rapier just chucking bombs at these rocks. He's probably just practicing his target practice at the top left.
It's really angry.
Funny.
In my mind, Reapers are always like drunk people. Like they're your drunk uncle. They just come to the party and they just throw C4 explosives all over your house.
Hate when that happens, man.
I know, me too. It's the worst.
Well, and here comes the Nidus at actually the top right. Oh, it's actually that's.
He doesn't see it, man. He's not reacting at all.
Three,
yeah, it's totally gonna
two,
finish.
one.
Here come the roaches. And they're already going to work, man. They're cleaning up these SCVs. So many roaches coming out of this, rallying even more units out. Lots of roaches here. He's going to start picking away at all this stuff. These tanks are way out of position, starting to get set up, but they're not going to be able to defend too much. They're starting to siege down, but these roaches are getting pretty good position. The bio's moving well. I think that Lyra's going to clean this up fairly easily without losing too much of his production, though he did lose quite a number of SCVs, and really he has to take out the Nidus Worm. That's the big threat. If you don't take it down, you lose actually to successive pushes, but I think he has what it takes now. Ling's cleaning up the Nidus Worm.
So we're right now, it's pretty much going mech, so
yeah.
Guys, like mech guys is so cool. I really like it, just such a solid, and we got a third also coming down for Lyra as well, so mech on a 3-base economy is really solid, and I just realized that the third base actually is only 1 gas geyser. Interesting.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. The middle
that means
one.
That means the mech, it's not even a rich one, so that means the I'm not really sure how, like on 5 gas, how really you're gonna do as a mech player. It might just, you might be have full swing of all your factories, so it's gonna be a pretty interesting.
That's true, but you can also get fed gas by the Zerg player if he goes lots of units. It's more like 10 gas.
He's going mutas though, so
That's
yeah, he won't really probably have enough. He won't really. You know, interesting. So again, we have Colossi coming out also for Persona, as well as Glitch is just kind of still making roaches. You know.
Yeah. Hey, roaches are a good unit, man. Roaches are a good unit. Taking down these rocks slowly at his third. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that angry Reaper to take him down for him. Looks like another Overseer getting in here. Trying to find a place to put down a Nidus, maybe. There's Marines here to defend against anything. It looks like here come the Mutas. They do get scouted, I think, by that Overlord. And now they're starting to get into this Glitch's poor mining base. Going to take out this Queen oh so easily. And now they're going to have pretty free reign right here of the base. Going to start taking away so many drones. That's a huge loss. And we do have a Nidus. Where's the Nidus?
It's actually in the main base of Cilia.
Oh my god.
No, and he's going to target down this. He's going to target that spire, and there it goes. Round time for this, unfortunately. We've got some blue foam hailing straight from the low down, which is pretty easy. No, he's not targeting it. He's not targeting it.
Oh no, he's going to lose it. The Lings are getting a very nice surround right now. The Nidus is down. There's no more reinforcements here.
He might be targeting it. 2 health.
No, it lives! It lives with 3 health points left.
Wow.
That is about as close as it gets. That is going to be a huge difference. Mutas can continue to be thrown out there. It looks like Nidus Worm almost placed down there. Lyra's way on top of it. And now, you know what? Scylla can pretty comfortably do whatever he wants. He's getting flyer attacks level 1 right now. Persona's trying to put the hurt on, but he's going to try to run into a mech army, which isn't very nice.
There is actually no Vikings. So if he gets caught on siege, this could be pretty difficult to actually just kind of, because the Colossus do so much damage. He's got a lot of Stalkers too, so that means the Mutas aren't really effective. He does have Guardian Shield, so any splash damage won't be as effective, but still, it's still a lot of siege tanks, so that will kill a lot of the Protoss army. So yeah, it's going to be
as well. So 2 Colossus aren't as good as like 8. With 8, it definitely makes a difference to have those Vikings out, but right now it's not going to be too effective. This is the kind of macro game that I love seeing on this map. Roach is running in right now, unfortunately meeting their death at the hands of the mech army. taken out a siege tank, which isn't bad, but the loss of like 12 roaches, definitely not what you want to see.
We have some Ravens coming out too, so this is going to be a super late game. Infestor's coming out as well, guys. +2 for Cilia, +1 Carapace. So let's have a look for Lira. Do we have any upgrades at all? Yeah, we got +1 and +0. So he doesn't have double armor, which is surprising. And he's getting 250mm strike cannon. So I haven't seen that upgrade in a long time. And Cilia is actually getting some mutas in the main, so he's being generally really annoying.
Yeah, unfortunately, he is not getting Seeker Missile yet. I'll tell you what. Do you know what happens when you mix Fungal and Seeker Missile?
That's the most hilarious game ever.
I can't tell you because it already died. It actually died before I could finish the joke, so I don't know what happens. But we'll see if he does choose to research it. Maybe we can catch that epicness on film. But meanwhile, just a lot of Thors, a lot of Vikings. It's going to be able to absolutely smash through this defense. These players are going to need to hold on tight. Drexel is on the ropes right now. They're down 2-0. A loss here means they're out. They're 3-0. They got 3-0'd here
and at the moment,
week 3.
I just realized at the moment that Persona, none of the Persona doesn't have any upgrades, and neither does Glitch, and they're not getting any at the moment. Oh no, there we go. As soon as he said that, he's getting +1, but I think the upgrades are very late. Like, I mean, Cilia's getting 2-2, like Mali. Their Ling's going to be so frustrating to deal with.
Yeah, and Lyra's starting to play around. He's getting high-sec auto-tracking, throwing down 3 command centers right now in his main. He's definitely going to board the late game. Muta's still running around and harassing. They're going to be able to kill these probes here in the main of Persona. Some ping in the map there. This is kind of the worst case scenario. This Terran army is really in control right now with the Mutas harass going around the side, lots of Lings and Infestors coming to defend. This is Ohio.
Look at that 6 split up. Look at that 6 split up. So he's going to roast all the drones right now, and he has to GTFO out of here right now as well. And interesting, that's a lot of wood from Hellions. They're actually killing the roaches. Yeah, they're
going to be able to kill roaches pretty darn quickly with that kind of AoE. You know, Blue Flame Hellions are one of the only AoE units that do not cost gas. And
you just have to line them up.
Line them up. So here we go. Now this Terran army is really getting in here, doing a lot of damage. The Protoss army is coming, but here come the Infestors. Here come the Lings. Lots of Fungals coming out. Some Infested Terrans as well. That's exactly what you want to do. What's a Colossus going to do when Infested Terrans come, you know? Terran and Infested Terran working together. It's like communism, but space communism. And this Protoss army just can't face down Terrans. And that's going to be the game. That's going to be a quick 3-0 here as Ohio State takes the series, sweeps Drexel right off their feet. I don't know, not much to say. That's a 2v2 right there. Ohio State really played solid and capitalized on all the little weaknesses in Drexel's play.
That was actually like a crazy game, man. Wow. I don't really see too many 2v2s, and I saw Strike Cannon. I've seen that upgrade in about 2 months.
You know, right? So this is Azubu Collegiate Champions. That was match 1, Ohio State versus Drexel University. We will be back with Boston versus Princeton. We're going to bring my friend Chris on, our co-caster, co-worker, Chris Sineco, into the game. And I think that's about it. Any last words, Jared? I know you got to jump out.
Yep, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, at QuanticLM, I do casting for a lot of things. I do cast for CSL now as well. They're all lovely. Follow them on Twitter too, at Collegiate Starly. Yeah, I love you all, and I'll be stepping out. I think Chris is coming into cast anyway.
Yeah. So we'll be back after a short commercial break with match 2, Boston University against Princeton.
See you in a sec.